Greetings and Alafia this morning. Abora Boye Bushashe is I Fakolade Umilade Fatosin of Sacred Waters Healing Temple, also known as Madam Umi. And this AM I have a message regarding spirituality, psychology, and the connection between desire. I want to dive into the discussion surrounding Tantra, BDSM, intimacy, and spirituality. The reason being is because I was asked the question as to what is the correlation between spirituality and BDSM. And while I understand that most people have been indoctrinated to believe that sensuality and sexuality, as well as spirituality, are not to be commingled. Like we don't talk about it in the same, right? And I know that has a lot to do with religion, Abrahamic religion, that even sex is not spiritual, it's an act of filth, right? And so in order to be spiritual, you could not ever be in touch with your senses. You cannot be in touch with your sensuality, and therefore you will not be able to embrace sexuality or to experience sexuality without it being seen as bad and shameful and naughty and nasty, right? So I'm here to decolonize that, to decolonize it and to debunk it in its entirety, right? And there's so many different aspects of sexuality, spirituality that one would have to explore within their own canvas. However, just simply discussing, what it means for me or how I have embraced it. I've been into the BDSM kink community for now, I would say 18 years. Even in my monogamous experiences, I'm still embracing my sensuality and exploring. And so with that, whenever I am exploring what exactly is Tantra, to me, Tantra is about the awareness of energy, presence, attention, your mere essence, your life force, your breathe, the pace of your movements, sound, as well as the intention beyond it all. When you're putting all of that into, you're having a ultimate human exchange of consciousness. And so with all of that in mind, every day, just simply operating, meeting people, greeting, Tantra is happening all around us, regardless if we want to look at it from a sensual lens or not. In the Sanskrit philosophy and spiritual traditions from India, Tantra is explored through the relationship between the body, the mind, your devotion, the rituals that you create on a day-to-day basis, the energy and liberation that you put into that, and how you're moving and navigating this world. Tantra is oftentimes asked for humanity while stopping, to take a dive into what are you experiencing on your day-to-day life. In a spiritual psychology perspective, when we put desire and connection together, right? Desire is movement. Desire is longing for a thing. It's your curiosity. It's the ability to be curious and then to push through your human experiences, cultivating an art. When you're putting together art, you're putting together purpose. Behind it, you got passion, intimacy, you got healing, you have conversations that you're having, creativity, touch, devotion, food, senses, all of that coming together, creating a transformative experience. Psychology, desire reveals where your attention flows. Spiritually, desire reveals your energy and where it flows. Many people engage connection from the standpoint of temporary consumption. However, for myself, I'm more interested in understanding what happens when I am intimate with myself or in sharing that experience with another individual, and how I or that me and that individual's connection can create the exchange of energy with the intention, awareness, emotional presence, and purpose, and how we can change our world, the world that we're living in. And over the years, me personally, with my experience, intimacy has evolved beyond simply enjoying a moment of penetration, right? While that is a beautiful thing, I enjoy more encounters where conversation becomes like portals where I'm leaping into other dimensions and creating something within the mind and also environments that we live in. We are discussing the world, we're discussing healing, we're discussing our purposes, our goals together, and how we can contribute to humanity in its entirety. Being able to relate with someone that is on the same goals, on the same mission, the wavelength, is where I find myself the most. Even if it's short-lived experiences, this is most fulfilling to me. For me, it's about being able to come together and create ways to uplift our community, our work, our passions, the people around us, our communities. You know, perhaps the one that I'm with may want to teach, they might want to farm, they want to create, may want to assist people in healing, to organize community and outreach, being able to guide others through emotional growth or simply becoming more aligned with themselves. For me, that is the most fulfilling exchange that I've ever had. That is what Tantra is about. That is aligning with myself and the person that I am with. And so when we come together, we're coming together for something greater than that simple moment of sex, a sexual exchange. When we come together, I'm thinking about how our energy moves stagnation out of one another's lives so that we can continue evolving beyond the encounter itself. Tantra is more than just penetration. Tantra can be merely just sitting and having a conversation. Tantra can be me sitting right here and just gazing into the camera lens, enjoying the beauty on the other side of the lens. Tantra is hearing my voice and my pace. Tantra is waking up here in the morning. Tantra is having my tea. Tantra is drinking tea in the morning while listening to the birds, having a conversation, you know, traveling into another dimension, thinking about what my morning is going to bring. Tantra can be in silence, right? Tantra can be the vibration and hearing my voice on the other side of the camera, hearing the pace, my hand motions, my movement, and following along with that, right? And Tantra can be the way that we listen, the way that we hold emotional space for one another. If I'm rocking or the position that I have, Tantra is beyond penetration. And when we think about Tantra, we should see it as, you know, the atmosphere in the room that we're sitting in, the frequency that it holds, the comfort of simply existing. Tantra also can be rage. It's sacred. Rage is sacred. If you only understand Tantra through the lens of purely sexual acts, then you are only witnessing the surface of something that is much deeper. And so when I'm discussing Tantra with someone and they're asking, well, what's a great book that I should read? I'm always going to tell them the book that you write for yourself. How are you allowing for your tantric experience to be? How are you allowing awareness, presence, breath, sound, motion, stability, sensuality, connection, and intention to enhance your life beyond temporary gratification, physical gratification? How are you using connection to become more conscious, compassionate to others in your life, surrounding people that you come across? How are you being more creative, more disciplined, more expressive? How are you evolving? How are you healing? How are you becoming more alive? How can you allow Tantra to come into your life? These are the questions that I ask in the visual, because even in the atmosphere of BDSM, kink, right? It's not just about you touching them and penetrating them. And I think that we should explore more of that. So if you're interested and if this conversation resonates with you, I would invite you to join the Ashe embodiment. It's an immersive experience beginning September 10th, 2026, here in Lafayette, Louisiana. This will be a 3-day experience exploring embodiment, sound, sensual awareness, movement, breath, your nervous system, emotional presence, awareness, and intentional human connection through a grounded, holistic approach. If you're interested in attending, reserve your space to become a part of this experience by clicking the link in the description.